Hi, I'm Kevin Davitt, part of the Options Institute at Cboe Global Markets, and this is Vol 411. We've had meaningful overnight moves in the broad market. S&P 500 futures opened last night on a weak foot, slightly below the 3,000 level. The S&P 500 futures continued to sell off in overnight trading and traded down to 29.35 on the June contract. Now, while we're on that topic, it's roll week for futures ahead of this Friday's quarterly expiration. Shifting a bit, the VIX Index in overnight measuring moved through 44 for the first time since late April. The risk-off trade that has largely dominated since Thursday's rout stems from growing concerns about a resurgent coronavirus both here in the US as well as internationally. In the States, the most recent concerns have come from populous areas like California, Texas, and Florida. We'll continue to keep an eye on that. Now, June VIX futures and options will expire and cash settle this week on Wednesday. The VIX futures curve remains inverted with the expiring June contract trading around 40. July is roughly 38.5 and August 36.25, but that's very fluid in a market like this. Friday's VIX option volume was massive, with more than 1.3 million contracts hitting the tape. Now, the ratio was 1.9 calls for every one put, which is not unusual for VIX, but given the elevated levels of the past few months, option volumes on average have been less call skewed than quote-unquote normal. All right, it's a busy start to this quad expiry week. June VIX futures and options, again, will expire this Wednesday morning. Standard June equity and index options will expire on Friday. This week, we'll also get a look at retail sales data, housing numbers, Philly Fed, and the normal weekly jobless claims. So plenty to keep our eye on. That's Vol 411 for Monday. Thanks so much for tuning in.